Good morning students, how are you? Hope you all are fine. So now in today's video we are going to discuss properties of parallel lines, right? So before that let's understand some basic things, right? What do you understand by parallel lines? Parallel lines means if there are two lines and they are in the same plane, right? Suppose this is a plane, right? So the border of the board means this length, they are also parallel to each other because they are in the same plane and they are not intersecting each other, right? The breadth of the board is also parallel, right? Because they are in the same plane. So there are lots of example you can see, like the means the door, the length of the door, right? They are parallel to each other. The breadth of the door is parallel to each other. If we are talking about the walls, right? So if both the corners, it means both the sides of a plane, like this is the wall's upper side and the lower side, both are parallel to each other, right? Because they are in the same plane and they are not intersecting. So the basic of the parallel line is, if this is a parallel line in a plane and this is another line, right? So they are said to be parallel because, or when they are in a same plane and they are not intersecting each other, right? If you are going to extend at any extent, they are not intersecting. Like you see the means the railway tracks, they are also parallel, right? The bank of the river, means bank of a river, sorry, the bank of a river is also parallel to each other, right? If someone is on other side of the river and someone is on the other side of the river, so they are parallel to each other, right? Or you're talking about the book. If you're talking about the book, right? You see this. So this side is also parallel to this side and this side is also parallel to this side, right? So there are lots of examples you are seeing in daily life, right? So this is a parallel line, right? Now we have to understand the transversal line also. Transversal line is a line which intersect both the parallel lines on the different points. Right? Suppose this is line L, this is line M, and this is transversal line, this is T, right? So now we have to understand that this is the transversal line, this cut this line L on this point, suppose this point is P, this transversal line cuts or intersect the line M at point N, suppose, right? So these are the two parallel lines and this line is transversal line. Now we are going to study about the angles, different types of angles formed by the parallel lines and the intersection of the transversal line, right? So there are different types of angles this transversal line formed after intersecting the parallel line, right? Okay, I'm making a small diagram here, right? This is the parallel line L and M, and this line is transversal. Suppose this line is T, right? I'm going to mark the angles. Suppose this angle is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this angle is 4. Again here 5, 6, 7 and 8. So there are different angles. There are total 8 angles are made by the transversal line. When it cuts to two parallel lines, it made 8 different angles, right? So the different angles, first you understand the names. Corresponding angles, right? Consecutive angles, alternate, interior angles, and alternate exterior angle, right? So basically the 4 types you have to study. There are 8 different angles, right? So the types of angles which you have to study means, first is corresponding angles, consecutive angle, alternate interior angles, and alternate exterior angles, right? So yeah, look carefully. Angle 1, I'm making the pair first. Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding to each other. In second pair, likewise, angle 2 and angle 6. Angle 2 and angle 6 is also corresponding to each other. By the same way, angle 3 and angle 7 is also corresponding to each other, and angle 4 and angle 8, they are also corresponding to each other. It means angle 1 equals angle 5, right? Angle 2 equals angle 6, angle 3 equals angle 7, and angle 4 equals angle 8. So corresponding angles are equal. So the corresponding angles, 1 is equal to 5, 2 is equal to 6, 4 is equal to 8, and 3 is equal to 7. Right? Now come to consecutive angle. You know the consecutive numbers means one after another, one after another, one after another. These are the consecutive numbers. So by the same way, the consecutive angles of the same side means angle 4 and 5 are the consecutive angles, angle 3 and angle 6 are the consecutive angles. So angle 3 and angle 6, they are consecutive angles, and angle 4 and angle 5, they are consecutive angles, right? So the property of consecutive angle means the sum of angle 3 and angle 6 equals 180 degree, and angle 4 plus angle 5 equals 180 degree, right? Means the consecutive angles of the same side of a line, means this is the same side of the line, means 3 and 6 are in the same plane, you can say, and 4 and 5 is also in the same plane. So the sum of these angles is equal to 180 degree, right? Now come to alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles. And one more thing about consecutive angle is they are also known as co-interior angles. They are also known as co-interior angles, right? So corresponding angles and consecutive angles means angle 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 7, 4 and 8, they all are known as corresponding angles. Angle 4 and 5, right, and angle 3 and 6, they are known as consecutive angles or co-interior angles. Corresponding angles are equal, and the consecutive angle or co-interior angles means the sum of consecutive angles or co-interior angles is equal to 180 degree, right? So come to alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles. So alternate interior angles are 3 and 5, 4 and 6. Angle 3 and angle 5, right, and angle 4 and angle 6. This pair is alternate interior angle pair, right? It means both are equal. So angle 3 equals angle 5 and angle 4 equals angle 6, right? So now we have to come to the last part. So alternate interior angles are 3, 5 and 4, 6. Sorry. So alternate exterior angle means angles, they are exterior and alternate, right? They are in the same line. So they are not alternate interior angle, means exterior angles. So 1 and 7 means they are alternate exterior angles, and 2 and 8 are the alternate exterior angles. So make the pair. So 1 and angle 7, they both are alternate exterior angles, and angle 2 and angle 8 both are alternate exterior angles. So 1 equal to angle 7 and angle 2 equals angle 8, right? So corresponding angles, alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles, they are equal, right, with each other, right? Corresponding angles, 1 and 5 is equal, 2 and 6 is equal, 3 and 7 is equal, 4 and 8 is equal, right? And alternate interior angles are also equal. So angle 4 is equal to angle 6, angle 3 is equal to angle 5, and alternate interior exterior angle is also equal, means 2 is equal to 8 and 5 is equal to 7. Means you can also find out that, right? One more thing, one angle is also left. We have studied that particular angle in the last video, right? Lines and angles. The vertically opposite angle, right? Here there are two lines, right? Here there are two lines, they intersect at a point, right? So angle 2 and angle 4 are the vertically opposite angle. Angle 1 and angle 3 is also a vertically opposite angle. But the same way, in this part, angle in this line and this line, angle 5 is equal to angle 7, 6 is equal to angle 8. So vertically opposite angles, right? So angle 1 is equal to angle 3, angle 2 is equal to angle 4, and angle 5 is equal to angle 7, and angle 6 is equal to angle 8, right? So one more thing, right? So look, if 4 is equal to 6, right? Angle 4 is equal to angle 6, they are alternate interior angles. And you know 4 is equal to angle 2, right? 4 is equal to angle 2, it means 2 is equal to 6. They are corresponding angles, right? And you know 6 is equal to 8, so it means angle 2 is equal to angle 8, right? So angle 2 is equal to angle 4 is equal to angle 6 is equal to angle 8. you can also conclude this, right? Okay, I'm erasing this. So the conclusion, sorry for that. Yes, you're able to see this, right? So the conclusion is that angle 2 is equal to angle 4 is equal to angle 6 is equal to angle 8, right? And by the same manner, angle 1 is equal to angle 3 is equal to angle 5 is equal to angle 7, right? So if you know any of the angle, means if you know angle 2, you just write means 2 is equal to 4 is equal to 6 is equal to 8, right? Suppose right, so if you know this angle is I have marked 1, 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, 6, 7 and 8. And if you know 1 is equal to suppose 60 degree, right? If angle 1 is equal to 60 degree, it means this is 60, 3 is also 60, 5 is also 60, 7 is also 60. It means if so 120, angle 2 is equal to 120. Why? Linear pair of angle, look, right? This, they are making linear pair of angles. This is 60, so it means this is 120. If angle 2 is 120, angle 4, angle 6 and angle 8, they all are 120, right? So this is a conclusion what we are getting after understanding this, right? So means in this part of the video we have discussed about the properties of parallel line, and we get to know that about the parallel lines, about the transversal line and how they are making the angles, right? So in the next video we will discuss the questions on this topic, right? So till then, stay safe, stay at home, be happy, do practice mathematics. Thank you very much.